So when I first started on social media, it took me a little bit of time to gather the courage to put my first content out, whether it was my first Instagram post or whether it was showing up on my stories. And there were a few mindset shifts that I had to make before putting out my first content. And I thought that if you too are in a similar situation, you're worried about putting your first content, whether it's a blog post or whether it's maybe your first Instagram post or your first tweet, then I think that this video might be helpful for you. So, before we get into today's video, let me first introduce myself. What's up everyone? I am the marketing nomad and my name is Prit. I am the author of 0 to 4 Figures. I'm also a business owner and a digital entrepreneur. A few of the roles that I do take on: I'm a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, you're here, I'm an Etsy shop owner, and also I'm a Skillshare teacher as well. All of the links are in the description box below if you would like to check them out. Alrighty guys, let's quickly get into what today's video is all about. Today's video is all about how do you gather the courage to post your first anything? Whether it's your first blog post or whether it's your first, Instagram post, how do you get into that mindset? How do you take that first step? And I think for me, when I first started out, one of the major mindset shifts that I needed to make was I needed to get out of that whole mindset of perfectionism. When I first started out, I delayed showing up on my stories. I delayed posting because I thought my post had to be perfect. And unfortunately, the problem is that never happens. It's the first time that you're doing anything. So it's not right on your part to expect it to be perfect, but here's the little mindset trick that I have for you. Every single time I'm posting any content, I ask myself one question: is this the best that I can do in this moment of time? And the reason why this question is so good is because, one, it acknowledges that today you are here. You are not yet at a place where the content that you're putting out is super awesome and it's the best that can ever be. No, but you are acknowledging that this content that you're putting out there today is the best it can be as of today, keeping your skills, your capabilities in mind. Okay? So remove perfection and add in, is it your best as of today? Tomorrow, you're gonna hone your skills, you're gonna get better at it, and tomorrow your best is going to be different. But today you are here, and that's what you have to keep in mind. So even when I was writing my book, okay, I was so scared. I was really scared. And frankly, my first draft, it was the best that I could do, but I still cringe every time I read my first draft because there have been multiple revisions that have made my book what it is today. I do acknowledge that it was the best that I could do at that moment in time, and I'm very proud of it. As much as, I kind of feel, I can't believe this was the stage that I started out with, but at the same time, I'm also equal parts proud that that was the stage that I started with, and this is where my book is today. So you can't expect that the first content that you put out is going to be amazing or it's going to be the best that it can ever be. But what you can guarantee is that it is the best that it can be in that moment of time, based on your skills, based on your capabilities. This huge mindset shift, let me tell you, is going to give you the courage to put your first blog post out there, to put your first content out there, to put your first book out there if that's what you want, Because when you realize that perfectionism is really just, it doesn't exist, it's an illusion, okay? When you realize that perfectionism is an illusion, you also realize that in this point of time, this is what you can do, and you've done your best, and that means something. That has to mean something. Okay, so let me reiterate what I have said in this entire video. What I do want to say is your piece of content may not be the best out there, and that's okay. But your content is the best it can be as of today, and that's where all the difference is. All right? I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, I really think that you would enjoy my book, 0 to 4 Figures. It's basically a compilation of 61 stories and lessons from the first 3 years of my entrepreneurial journey. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a YouTube video. Do catch me on my other platforms as well. I'm there on my podcast, YouTube, of course you're here. I'm there on Instagram, I'm there on LinkedIn. Where else? I'm there on Etsy. I'm also there on Skillshare. Do come over, come and say hi. I've got varied pieces of content for each of my different platforms. So you know, it's not going to be the same thing that you see, and there are like different versions of me everywhere. And I can't wait to meet you at any or all of my platforms. I will catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.